We're reacting to the coffee lady. We're reacting to coffee lady. I'm not trying to pronounce that name. Let's begin.
Coffee, coffee.
This stage looks nice. This is a nice stage.
¡Cha! ¡Soy la reina del café!
Perfect blend. So what I find interesting here about the word choice perfect blend, a lot of people have theorized that Chloe, Josie, and Katarina have been merged into one character. This is at least like my second time looking at this trailer, right? And you can tell just with the characteristics, right? This character is very eccentric, right? With her dancing flair and style, like that's obviously tied from Chloe. The fighting style itself is a mixture of Josie, Chloe, and Katarina with the just with some of the animations, right? Yeah, hold on. And even with just the style of wear, right? That's the thing. This character's bio is so awful. From an execution lens, this character's bio is like, you know, I'm not trying to learn this character's name. I'm just calling her Coffee Lady. Hold on, I'll wait.
¿Es hora de entrar? Aquí viene el espectáculo de Azucena.
I'm calling her Coffee Lady. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna have to play this thing in slow-mo. This character is all over the place. I swear, everyone's pretending to like this character now, but they're gonna have to realize that they're gonna have to fight this character. That's the one thing people tend to forget. Playback speed. Look at this thing. Stands. It's like she claps or whatever. Right, that's a Katarina move. This looks like a crouch dash. That looks like a crouch dash. Probably from Josie, right? Katarina as well, but she doesn't like really have one in execution. That's more so from Josie's kicks. So I would imagine like that would be the. Yeah, that looks like a crouch dash, right? The gimmick, you can't punch her and grab her either while she's in that stance. And then that looks like a soccer kick, right? The archetype's probably from Josie. Yeah, I'm not listening to this music. The stage looks very nice. The stage is like the highlight of this trailer for me. Yeah, this character looks very goofy, right? Everyone's pretending to like this now, and they're allowed to. It's a free country, but you're gonna have to fight this character and lab the hell out of her. Especially for a new original character. Right? I mean, that just comes with the package. She's not the first and she won't be the last, so people are going to get cheesed a lot by this character. That's a soccer kick, probably from Josie. And she can go into stance from back turn. Soccer kick, back turn. That's from Lucky Chloe. And then she has, so that's Brian's mock punch. And the reversal that this character has is easily ripped off from the Josie Bruce archetype, right? It's probably Josie if anything, but the animation, as some people have guessed, is from Bruce. Because Josie uses her knee from what I remember. Yep. See, not a lot of people... See, I was looking at this string right here. This string looks like Josie's back 1-2. Back 1-2. And then into a stance of some sort, because she can do that in Tekken 7. Just slightly different in execution, but the practice is similar. I don't know how to like really put it into words, but a lot of people are confident that this character has replaced basically like 3 Tekken 7 staples. For the moment, I will say that I'm under the impression that that Josie and Chloe would actually be potential DLC for the future. I used to think Katarina originally, but that's until the accidental hiccup with the character roster. I would imagine that, so now, since we have a clear idea as to how the base roster will look, I think for DLC, Josie and Chloe would be very safe picks, since you can overhaul their mechanics. More so on Josie's end, since she naturally lacks having a traditional Filipino moveset, you know. It's like essentially like a moveset that's tied to her nationality. So I think through that lens, that would naturally give you more focus to prioritize the gameplay than anything else, right? I'll share more share more on that later. Back onto stance, back turn like Chloe, pretend to like the character, get hit, step on them, probably from Chloe. That's basically from Chloe. And then you can transition to, looks like a CD, like Josie. And then she can move around while back turned, probably something that Chloe didn't exactly have. And then the animation here looks like Katarina. Oh, this one right here. This string right here looks like Josie's forward 4, but besides the kick itself coming from like the right leg, it's coming from the left leg, right? So it's like a 4-3, but the animation is very similar to Josie's forward 4. And here it looks like she gets an extension. What could also be likely is that, you know, Josie naturally has a standing 3 as well into a crouch dash extension. So in theory, this could actually be it right here for this character. Basically from the Muay Thai archetype as well, could make the case. Yeah, standing 3. And then since you can't hit this character because Tekken makes a very fun spectator's game, side swap, goofy stance. Yep, you can't hit her low. That looks like a Katarina string. I don't know. And then throw. Forward 2 from Jun. This looks like a Katarina string. That also looks like a Katarina string. That looks like a mixture of... That looks like a mixture of Katarina and Josie, to me. That looks like a Walmart version of Josie's down back 2, but instead of it being like a mid, it's a high. That looks like a Katarina string, or a Katarina move. I'm going to say Katarina. Oh, I didn't notice this at first. I want you to look at the cinematic follow-up. This right here. The knees. Honestly, Josie's up 4-3 plus 4 in theory. See, this is funny because I'm still dedicated to the idea that Josie would come back as DLC in some way, shape, or form, just based off of her overall revitalization. And given the genuine criticisms to the character anyways, I would think that would add, like, that's the thing, porting over some of the assets that Josie has in Tekken 7 currently to this newer character, on paper and in theory, would actually allow you to do a lot more with Josie from a gameplay lens. Like, you know, again, like it says, some people have shared their thoughts on, for the most part. And that's the thing, you can easily refer to my community posts, and one commenter in particular actually shared how Josie could have a more traditional moveset. Which, again, I'm not entirely against whatsoever. If anything, I actually do agree with that notion, because... Well, hold on. One thing that you have to consider is that you have to say congratulations to the Peruvian player base, right? Because they obviously now have a character in this franchise. But now, that's the thing, the next step really that you have to look at is the application of this character. Because just reading her bio, you know, even her bio is like a combination of Chloe, Josie, and Katarina to an extent, right? And if you watch this trailer, actually, let me do this. Even if you watch this trailer at normal pace, you know what to expect. She's like, that's the thing, she's only going to amount to comedic relief. She's only going to have one gimmick, and that's going to be her coffee business. But from a presentation lens, that's the only thing she's going to be known for. She's going to be the equivalent of the Asuka Lili, like, you know, like the Asuka Lili, you know, Tom and Jerry effect. Like, you know, like she'll have a gimmick that's soulless.
El café es la bebida número 1 en el mundo.
That's Jerry. And that's Tom. And now we fight. And that looks like a crouch dash. That's the thing, like, congratulations to the player base, but little do they realize now that the next step is to think about the application of this character. If I was like give you a description of this character, I could just call it a coffee lady. Coffee lady that will amount to comedic skits and a lot of fan art, because obviously, you know, she looks very beautiful. Obviously, that's her gimmick, but it's not new whatsoever if you look at the grand majority of the Tekken cast, especially for like the female category. And that's what I mean, trying to sound like woke or like an SJW or whatever, but it's true. You know, like it's just not like a new idea through the lens of the execution. Oh well, she can walk forward, ball in that stance. She can evade stuff because that's spectator friendly. This move right here looks like the opening to Josie's Rage Art, I would say. I mean, you know what to say. I mean, what can I say already? Yeah, I'm in shock. That's Katarina. That looks like... Actually, what is that? That looks like a new move, new toy. Yeah, her design looks very nice. Yeah, it looks like she has a crouch dash of some sort there. Maybe while she's in heat stand, like the heat state, right? Maybe it's like a visual effect to emphasize the her style of wear, right? Since she has like that rainbow theme, and you can kind of see that aura. Chloe probably. Chloe. That's a Chloe move. The stages are like the best thing about this trailer, if I'm being honest. Yeah, this character is going to be so one-note through the lens of the execution. That's the thing, everyone's in the honeymoon phase for liking this character, but little do they realize that they're going to have to learn how to fight this character. The execution is going to be so comedically hokey, as it's pretty much normal in the world of Tekken, but then the point is that, but like ultimately that like hurts your characters if you look at some of the older characters that you have, and even with some of the newer additions from Tekken 7. There's a reason why 3 characters right here got merged into one, because the writing was so freaking bad. Almost as if the first impression lens for how you execute your characters is somewhat important to the long-term utility, outside of just the external projects. Because we do live in the age of DLC, and you can look at Capcom as well with Rashid and Ed, for instance, right? Chloe. I have no idea what move that is. This looks like Josie's 4-4, right? Look at the limb. Look at the limb, and then think about the stance she's in. Does that look familiar? Ugh, yeah, that's definitely Josie's 4-4, right? But it's a high. And then she's left in the back turn afterwards, Chloe. Now you gotta pretend to play the video game. And then you crush a low. Then you go into second stance. And then you get into the funny stance. Because this is a spectator's game. And I can't tell what move that is, but that looks like a Katarina move. I have no idea what move that is. Oh! Wait. Could that be a... trap? Shut. Down 4-4. Katarina move. This could be a Josie down for 1-2, but now it's like the poppies have changed, so that's my take on it. That could be Josie's 4-3 right there, but slightly altering the animation, same limb. Deep bursts. Katarina, that's a Katarina move. That looks like a Katarina move. Into the funny punch. I don't know, like, oh yeah, that could be like, what is it? Katarina's 4-4-2. I don't know if that's actually like the notation, but I'm pretty sure she has a move like that. And then you get into the funny rage art for the spectators. Ow, my ears. Yeah, I have to play this trailer in slow motion. Memes. Could that be Josie's back on 1? Maybe. That's my guess. Is that Josie's up 4-3? I don't even know. How do you take your coffee? Is that the rest of it? Oh god. Well, and then that's basically the coffee gimmick that's going to get very old by month 1. Well, I mean, that's my reaction.